Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today, before we get into the news, before we talk about the teams, just want to say, front and center, Kristen and I, we support trans women, we support trans athletes, we support the LGBTQ community as fans of this league. Anybody that wants to take shots at the inclusivity that the WNBA brings to those communities, I just want to say, this is not the place for you. Just getting that out of the way so everyone knows where we're at. And we got a lot to talk about today. We've got a trade deadline that passed on Sunday. We're going to talk about the Sparks, the new look Sparks. We're going to talk about the young Washington Mystics team that is starting to make some moves in the WNBA, as well as plenty of other news that Kristen's put together. Before we get into all of that, Kristen, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. Tonight's a big night. The brand new Phoenix Mercury team.
Big night.
I just got a notification. Sammy Whitcomb is available.
Huge. Game changing.
And Kelsey Plum's available. For the
Less
Phoenix
huge.
Mercury. We recently, I don't know if we really talked about this, we are going to Phoenix in the middle of August, as one does.
Yep.
Mostly to see Noah Khan.
I don't even have a ticket. Kristen has a ticket. I might not even get to see Noah.
I'm going with the girls.
Correct. Kristen's going with the girls. Girls trip, but also I'm there too.
Well, yeah, the rest of our friends
Among
are
other
going,
things,
but
yeah.
only a few of the girls got tickets to see Noah because we could not get tickets in Philly, Boston, anywhere else, only in Phoenix where it was not immediately sold out. So, of course, we're taking this opportunity to go see the Mercury. They will be playing, actually, oh no, they're playing the Fire.
The Portland Fire. That would have been
I
good.
thought they were going to be playing the Tempo. I was like, oh, that's interesting. No, it's the Fire.
Nope.
Which will still be fun.
Absolutely.
We're actually going on Diana Taurasi Ring of Honor night.
Yes. Yes.
Where we get a little goat plushie.
A little stuffed goat and like a banner to wave or something.
DT, I think it's a DT like poster.
A poster or like a flag or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tickets were buy one, get one free. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, good value.
But I'm glad we did this and we bought these tickets before this trade happened, assuming the prices will go up at least a little bit.
Oh yeah. Value tickets. I'm so stoked, especially with all the pressure that's on this Phoenix team. They're going to have a lot to play for. They're going to be playing super hard, and it should be a really good game to watch because, you know, Portland, they're no slouch. They've played good ball. We watched them this week play LA. They scored 101 points. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this new look Mercury team and seeing everything that they have on that court.
Yeah.
If you are planning to see the new look Mercury team or plan to be in Arizona for Diana Taurasi Ring of Honor night and would like to say, hey, send us an email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Subscribe to the YouTube. And of course, tell your friends and family to check out the show as well so that they can get in the know about the WNBA. Okay. So first things first, we had our huge trade deadline, so many moves. It was such a chaotic day, so many notifications. My phone was
keep up.
ringing off the hook. We had two trades, only one of which happened on deadline day. The aforementioned Kelsey Plum trade. Other biggest news of the weekend, Chloe Bibby has joined the Minnesota Lynx on a standard contract after being signed away from the Chicago Sky. So I think first things first, we should talk about the most important move of the weekend, Chloe Bibby to the Lynx. How are you feeling about Miss Bibby and her expected role.
I don't
in
know
Minnesota.
what her role's going to be.
Well, I can tell you, it's going to be stand in one spot and shoot threes, and shoot threes, and shoot threes, and shoot threes.
I don't know how much she will play. That's fine. I do love their, attempt to get more bigs on the team. I love that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I hope that works out.
I don't think it's a bad signing from
not
Minnesota.
bad at all.
I like it as a depth piece as they gear up. And Cheryl was one of the folks that was vocal on trade deadline day that said, that's it. We're not making a trade. Don't expect us to make a trade. This is our team.
Which
okay.
They have good reason to say as they're firmly in the number 1 seed.
Yeah. And like the discourse around Nafisa being in trade speculation was frankly ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So they lock up Chloe Bibby, who, as I said, very good shooter off the catch. I think you can always add shooting. So even if she plays 10 minutes, 8 minutes, I think she's going to shoot, 39, 42% from 3, and she's just going to go crazy. I just have a feeling that we're going to be like,
I see her more as defender.
Well, she had that one game off the bench for Chicago where it was like, oh yeah, Chloe Bibby, she is kind of good from deep. So I just would be surprised.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Anissa.
Okay.
First, the Anissa Morrow trade. Anissa Morrow, plenty of rumors about her getting moved. Connecticut decides to pull the trigger. They bring in the rights to Maria Kliundakova and a 2028 second round pick from Toronto. Thoughts on Anissa getting a new home?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it for Anissa. She has been a star in Connecticut so far this year. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely love seeing her in a place that is trying to win.
Yeah.
Now,
yes. I would say Toronto is certainly trying.
Sure. I mean, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. That's fine. But they're trying to build up.
Yeah.
Which I love. And I don't want to say that Connecticut is trying to lose. Connecticut, they don't really care. Frankly, what happens probably.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly surprised they didn't do more trades.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because next year it's going to be Houston. It's going to be completely different. So you might as well try to rack up picks. Mm-hmm. But the thing in the W is that you can't really trade picks that far in advance.
Right. You only have access to 2 years of picks.
So you can't really get that many picks.
Right.
Unless you want 5 players from the same draft class, which is just not, I don't think, super valuable in this situation. So this one trade from Connecticut, I love seeing. I do believe that Anissa should get good playing time in Toronto. Mm-hmm. As Brittany Sykes has been out, probably will be out the rest of the year. Marina was out yesterday with a neck injury. Mm-hmm. Hopefully she is back soon, but they certainly could use more depth. So definitely can use Anissa. Anissa is averaging almost 12 points, 9 rebounds.
I would have guessed higher if you had me guess, but
I did think she was averaging a double-double. She's pretty close.
Pretty close. But
I can potentially see her replacing Laura Yuskaita in the starting lineup.
Maybe. Laura's been pretty good from what I've seen of a surprise standout, a player that I didn't know about before this year. Mm-hmm. Certainly in the fantasy realm too. When we look about one of my fantasy teams, I relied on Laura Yuskaita quite a bit, but I wouldn't be super shocked. I do think that my read of this whole thing is Toronto saw a player that has plenty of upside in Anissa, small at her position, has some defensive tools to work on, but has some offensive tools in her bag that are very appealing. Mm-hmm. I think they want to establish a young core in Toronto. They look at Kiki and they look at Anissa now. And I think that them plus the veterans and Slim and Marina gives you something interesting to work with. And to only get her for Maria Kay's rights, who is a good player as well, a good role-playing big, very good role-playing big, who we haven't seen this year as she's been away for the season. 2028 second, who knows what that could be. The draft is only getting better. So when I see like future second round picks, I don't feel as bad as I would have looking back at the 2024 draft class, the 2023 draft class. I think that there will be an opportunity with wherever that pick lands for Toronto.
There's more roster spots now.
Right.
There are going to continue to be more roster spots.
Right.
As teams get added.
So I would hope that is like a high second round pick, high to middle second round pick that Houston has the opportunity to turn into a surprise player. Who knows? I'm sure they're already scouting the 2028 draft class as they have this asset now. So I don't hate the trade either way. I'm glad Anise is getting an opportunity here. I'm surprised you couldn't get more for her, but who knows? We could be looking at Maria Kay in Houston next year and saying, dang, she's like the perfect backup big.
Well, that would be weird, but
what,
fine.
it would be weird if she's good?
No, but they still have Brittany Griner, Olivia Nelson-Ododa. Like they have
theoretically,
bigs.
I mean, you have to sign BG.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's just funny that still Aaliyah Edwards is not in Toronto.
And that was the player that I thought was for sure getting traded. She was probable one day last week, didn't play a minute, and then she was out, and then she was out again, and then she was out again. And I was like, okay, there was a news report that came out that Toronto was seeking a young big. And I'm like, they're going to get their Canadian girl. And they did not get Aaliyah Edwards.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe the price is too high. Maybe they're trying to do a package deal.
The price is too high, potentially. Maybe she really has like real injury concerns that
maybe
they don't want to deal with. Or Connecticut/Houston really values her and wants her to be the face of the team when they move, which is possible.
Yep. Pair it with Juju Watkins. We'll see. But, that trade didn't do a ton for me. The Kelsey Plum trade, I probably have a little more to say. So let's get into that. So given
Can
LA's...
I just say something?
Yeah.
I've gotten so many notifications from Jeff Passan about baseball trades. I'm like, I don't want to see these baseball trades.
It's deadline day. It'll be the trades will literally stop in 20 minutes.
Okay.
As we record this. Yeah.
Because all I'm trying to see is WNBA trades for the whole weekend. And it's been
baseball,
Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, Phillies, Guardians. Stop.
Enough. Except Phillies make another trade. Okay.
Sorry.
So thinking about the position that LA was in, they are told by KP, I'm not coming back. You've had me for a year and a half. I'm going to go somewhere else. Trade me. To be in that little of a leveraged position and to come out on top, not necessarily on top, I shouldn't say, to come out with a good player in Monica Koamakani, objectively good young player, a first round pick for a non-playoff team at the moment, and a future second, I think is good business by the Sparks. Now, we're going to talk about the Sparks later, and I'm going to talk about all the relatively questionable business that they've done over the last couple of years, but I don't have as much of an issue with this. Obviously, there were all these talks of, well, Kelsey Plum makes more sense in Golden State. Maybe New York will trade for her. There were 4 teams rumored at the end of the day. I said on Bluesky about, 15, 20 hours before the trade that I liked the position that Phoenix was in, given where their cap was at, given the value of that first round pick to get it done. And then hopefully over the next, 14 games, make KP want to stay there with Ka and AT and build a new big three, which is a formula that worked for you literally last year. You went to the finals. If Kelsey Plum stays, Phoenix came out incredible. And if she doesn't stay and Phoenix misses the playoffs, then LA, you got another lottery pick potentially. So I think this is more of a win-win than a lose-lose trade, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see the Mercury, like, it's just crazy that they were in the finals last year, got swept in the finals, but still were an incredibly good team last year. And now, like, are just not even close to being in the playoffs. Like, it just sucks for them. So I really appreciate this push to want to make it in. And who knows, when you get to the playoffs, you're ceiling from there. So I love that they wanted to try. And I love that they, like, are investing in Kelsey Plum. If they can make that push and go on, like, a 10-game win streak.
Which they will need to.
Yep. Every single Mercury game is going to be important for the rest of the season.
Yep.
And you, like, get all this hype and excitement around her. Like, I think she could stay. That's a great fan base.
Yeah,
with
the
a
X
lot
factor.
of history.
Yes. Yep.
And I think she fits in well with this starting lineup. So that it excites me. I do see potential for this to go well. And then I definitely see from the LA side being like, well, I don't know if that's going to help you make the playoffs. So we're going to take this lottery pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, like, LA realized where they were at.
Yeah.
And I don't think they foresaw it.
No, I think LA for a while, like, has known that they need to make some changes. They're going to make changes
I think
in this
so.
off season.
We'll talk about it. But Phoenix, it feels like, okay, the project was due like 3 days ago, and we're going to submit it really late, as in this is the only structurally different thing that they've done all year, when they did nothing in free agency, sat on their hands the entire time, and now they just, like, fall into...
I have to believe they tried. It just...
I don't know.
Things fell through. I have to believe that.
They could have signed literally anybody, and I would have maybe felt different. They didn't do anything. And now they have Kelsey Plum, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And only for one player. So give it a shot. I mean, maybe DT's aura and Kelsey Plum's aura won't match. I hope it does.
Did you say DT?
I did say DT, because DT is going to be around.
Okay.
DT, like, there will be a shadow
to me.
There will be a shadow if Kelsey Plum decides to stay. There's a DT-sized shadow.
There was a picture from the Olympics that was Ka, AT, and Kelsey standing next to each other, like, walking and talking. It's like, there you go. Yeah.
That's recruitment. That could certainly be.
Yeah.
Like, and AT and Ka, well, I don't know. They probably didn't need to sign off on it, because it's like, well, our team is bad. Can you get us a player?
Yeah, we want something.
But I bet you they were probably pretty stoked about it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I don't see any sort of personality clashes. Like, they're all chill and fun.
Yeah. They need to get their scoring up. KP's averaging like 24 points.
Yeah.
That's huge. Defense will fall back.
And let me tell you that this just popped into my head. KP and AT were fated to play together because they were supposed to play together on the Laces in the inaugural season of Unrivaled.
When Kelsey Plum stepped away.
When Kelsey Plum said, I can't actually play this year.
I've got life things going on. Wow. They finally made it.
Yes, now we will be able to see the power.
That's a good call by you. I mean, we're recording this right now on the 3rd of August. The first Mercury game that should have KP in the lineup is tonight at 9 Eastern. I will be there.
We are locked in.
I'm pretty excited. And we will, like, this is, to get it way ahead of it, but we're going to be watching the Mercury this week, and we're going to be talking about them next week. So they could, who knows, lose 3 games this week and it's over.
Yeah.
But basically the first things first is they need to win every single one of the games that they have against Washington.
Which is a lot. And
they lost a game to the Liberty the other day. That was really important as well. before KP was installed on the team.
Yeah.
But still.
They are
6 games back?
6 games behind Washington.
Yes.
In New York. Washington and New York are basically tied.
I think they need to win.
And they play them 3 times.
I think they need to win 11 out of the last 14. Probably. And they need to win every single one of those Washington games.
The good thing is, and this is actually very interesting, is like, well, I guess it's not a good thing. I don't know. There is such a big natural break right now between the playoff teams and the non-playoff teams.
I wouldn't say it's like a good thing.
5 games.
Yeah.
Everything is close for the playoff teams. 5-game gap. Everything is close for the non-playoff teams.
I would love if there was a real 9 seed that was a bubble team, but
right.
They all kind of don't feel real.
Right now, we don't really have any sort of bubble. And that's what you need to do is get yourself into the bubble, which is kind of non-existent at this point.
Right.
So you need to you need to beat Washington, I think, 3 times.
3 times.
And beat everyone else above you.
Yep. And you've got a middle of the pack difficult schedule. So
yeah,
you got games to win. Yeah. I think looking at the schedule difficulty, 6 easy games, not counting that does not count the Washington games. The Washington games are not easy games. 6 easy games against teams that are in their realm.
And I'm going to say,
plus 3 games against Washington.
We're talking about Washington this week, so we'll get into it. But I don't think that that's an easy team, especially for them.
No, especially for them. Yeah, top 3 defense in the league.
We'll talk about
them. Anything else in the news?
There was one signing. A woman, Michelle Onya, signed a development contract with the Indiana Fever.
Okay.
But this is interesting because she was playing in the Upshot League.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is the first Upshot pipeline
yes.
signing? Oh, interesting. That's a good catch.
Yeah. She was leading the Upshot League in blocks. So, was defensively producing very well. And hey, the Fever need defense. So I don't know if she's going to play or potentially it's a next year thing for them.
Maybe.
Get her acclimated. But that's just a very cool thing, I think, to look out for.
Yeah.
Is these players that are being developed now in this Upshot League, which we talked about months ago probably, and honestly haven't kept up with, but we should, because now we have this pipeline established.
Proof of concept, a development pipeline. You love to see it. That's awesome. Congratulations to Michelle.
Yes. And it was announced today that the Dallas Wings are finally moving to Dallas.
From Arlington to Dallas. The big move. Enrique said, we are not the Arlington Wings. We are the Dallas Wings. To be in the community, to be in the culture, that's going to be great. And it is going to be great. I think that's awesome that Dallas is finally getting to play where the Mavericks play, where the Dallas Stars play, in a arena that's going to sit even more fans that are going to sell out game after game because of this young, good team. Exciting news. Okay. Let's talk about our teams this week, starting with the LA Sparks. Kristen, what are our takeaways from our Sparks watch? We only got 2 games this week. We had a high-scoring loss to Liberty, 113-109 loss to them, and then a high-scoring win over Portland, 106-101 win. The LA Sparks, I think, in my opinion, I'm just going to start off rip. I think they are one of my least favorite teams to watch. And that's kind of crazy considering that I felt pretty good about them going into the season. I was excited to watch the KP show. And
it never happened.
It kind of never happened this year.
Yeah.
They had a promising, almost like a 500 season last year, floated around there. It looked like they were going to improve. And now they go out where they were 8-8. KP gets hurt. They go 2 of 9 in the next 11 games. And now they're in a hole at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah.
Sorry for to be, doomer about the Sparks. Sorry, not. LA fans. It's just rough. It's tough. It is upsetting.
It's upsetting. Clearly, they have good offense. They can score. These are very high scoring games this week. But it's like, what is the problem here? what is the problem? Because very recently they fired the general manager.
Yes.
There's calls to fire the coach. They had such a strange offseason because they re-signed NECA, which obviously you want to do. She's an incredible player.
Right.
Who wants to come back at home.
Right. And have a proper retirement tour, which at this rate, do we know for sure that this is her last year? Did she say that?
I don't think so.
Because it shouldn't be.
No.
She's clearly got plenty more in the tank.
No, she's playing very well. So they trade Rakia.
Yep. For Ariel Atkins.
Because you needed guards because you have all these bigs. And we're like, well, how does Cam fit into all this? And we've seen her come in and out the whole season. And then Rakia gets hurt, and you're like, okay, maybe.
Rakia got hurt when she was in Chicago.
I know.
Oh,
So it's like, okay, if she was always going to be hurt,
that's a wild way to turn it.
then I guess it's good to have Ariel Atkins, who has been fine.
Fine. Yeah. But they're not winning games.
There's just so many things. Like, there's just so many holes.
Yeah.
There's so many holes. And for me, it's mainly the defense is the biggest issue, which we probably can just, you would think that because obviously the offense is so high scoring and they are still not winning. So they're just, very lacking on defense. I think they've just been lacking the one player that's like taking charge, the one leader of the team, which like should have been Kelsey Plum. She's been out for so long. So, and I understand her frustration with not wanting to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Because she knew that she only has so many, bites at the apple left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go join a team that's just as bad. I mean, it's not up to her ultimately at the end of the day.
No, this was not up to her.
But yeah, I thought when they made the move for Kelsey Plum a couple years ago that it was pretty okay. I was okay with it. But it ultimately just doesn't pan out. And this happens all the time. You make a move and it doesn't go the way that you want to. I mean, the fact that she was there for a year and a half and only played so many games, like it is just a major what if on what this team
so many
could have
what
been.
ifs.
And so many what ifs. I think that's the first thing that we should talk about.
Yeah.
I just want to go through the trades that this team has made over the last few years.
Okay.
Starting in 2023, and just have you react
Okay.
to anything that jumps out at you. Because you look at some of these things and you're like, man, really, what could have been? What could have been? Okay. So 2023, there was one trade that happened. This was the year before we started the pod. They traded the rights to Amanda Zuhl and the 16th overall pick in 2024 for the 12th overall pick and De'Ara Hamby. So
That seems good.
that seems good. I personally don't know who Amanda Zuhl is. If I should know who Amanda Zuhl is, please let me know in the comments. Send me an email. Apologies. I don't know who she is. But De'Ara Hamby has been a tenant of this player or a tenant of this team the entire time that we've been doing the show.
Yeah.
After she moved on from the Aces. And of course there are, things around that surround that. But they ultimately never go on to make this pick, the number 12 pick. So it's just De'Ara
Okay. Why?
because they trade it later on. We look at 2024 and they package that pick, the number 12 pick, and Jordan Canada for Ari McDonald and the number 8 pick in that year's draft.
Okay. I don't hate it.
You don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Jordan Canada would be good on this team, but I don't hate it.
Now, the number 8 pick that year was Alyssa Peely. But
Sure.
they didn't end up picking Alyssa Peely, even though Alyssa Peely is currently on the team,
Yes.
which is why, as in a development role. But if you just think about, like, if they held at that number 12 pick, the number 12 pick in that draft is Nadia Potch, who is playing solid minutes for Portland right now as it stands. And you look around the number 8 pick, and there's Carla Late at number 9. There's Layla Lacan at number 10. Interesting. Players that could have been on this team. But again, they didn't make that number 8 pick. Instead, they traded that number 8 pick in 2024 for Julie Allemande, Lee Yarou, and the 28th pick in 2025. So a future draft, Lee Yarou and Julie Allemande.
Okay, so they were very high on Julie Allemande. I guess they were low on these international prospects.
But think about
at the end of the first round.
Think about Julie Allemande. Julie Allemande was pretty good for them last year.
She was.
A high pick in this year's expansion draft, going to Toronto, has played quality minutes for them. Lee Yarou, rotational big in Dallas that never really worked out in LA. She had her run that made her appealing to move. But there you go, another 2 players that aren't there.
Right.
That they trade. So they trade all that stuff for nothing. Ari McDonald, she's not on the team anymore either. So all these things are gone. And the other trade that they made in 2024 was the number 3. They sold their 2026 first, which in the year 2024, they don't know where that's going to fall. Turns out it was the number 3 overall pick this past draft cycle. They trade that 2026 first, throw it into the future for Kia Nurse and the number 4 overall pick in 2024, which they used to draft for Kia. Because they said, we had the number 2 overall pick. We're going to take Cam. We want the number 4 overall pick. We'll take Rakia. And instead they send their pick into the future.
Yeah.
The 2026 number 3 overall pick ends up being Awafam. I think I would rather Awafam than either of those other players right now.
Yeah.
So everything that happened in 2024 is just kind of like...
Right. The past, it's just been a disaster. And then they have the highest odds to get the number 1 overall pick in 25.
Going into 25, you're right. And they do not.
Which would have been Paige. And they just missed it. They just didn't get picked first. Which is not their fault, but...
But then they're involved.
What if Paige was on this team?
Yeah, that's a major what if the lottery balls go the right way.
Yeah.
But then we look at the 2025 transactions, which again is our last year. 2026, we know what they've done. They just traded for Monica Komakani and picks. They're involved in 3-team trade. And I'll only say what went out. They end up trading...
They did this because they didn't get Paige.
Correct. Correct. And Olivia Miles said that she wasn't going to... Well, I think that came out after. But I think they had intel that Olivia Miles wasn't going to be in the draft in 25. So they said, well, if we can't have her number 2, which, God, imagine if Olivia Miles enters the draft and you have Olivia Miles, then that's another what if.
Yeah.
They trade Lee Yarou, the number 2 overall pick.
Who has only been there for like 1 year at this point.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, well, literally less than that. Yeah. Lee Yarou, the number 2 overall pick in 25, the number 13 pick overall in 25 for KP, number 9 in that year's draft, and number 24 in the 26th draft. So a future second.
Okay. I think that was a good trade.
Maybe. It's
I
not,
mean, clearly it didn't work out.
You could have
at
had...
the time, I think it was.
If you held onto the number 2 pick, you could have drafted Dominique Malunga.
Yeah.
You could have moved on from some of your other bigs. You could have maybe not decided to side Dearica.
Cam, Rakia, and Dominique Malunga, and no guards. That's what you would have had.
But to me, like, you didn't have to sign Dearica again.
Yeah. Well, they keep doing that, so.
Correct. And, you know, Dearica's making plenty of quality money. She's playing good minutes. But I think that's kind of like where the nearsightedness is.
It's like they are building the team around Dearica.
Yes.
But I don't think they really want to be.
I think that's a good point.
And I don't think they're really like consciously doing that, but I think they are doing that. Like, I think Rakia should have stayed on this team. But it's like, well, we have Dearica and now we have NECA. So, sorry.
Yeah. And I think
that sucks.
I think that Cam is not as big of a star right now in the league as was expected with where she was when she left Stanford.
I don't know.
And, you know, that whole thing is a bummer. But she's got plenty of career ahead of her.
I think she could be.
I think she could be, but I think Rakia already was. I agree. Like, I think that they should have held on to her. I think she should have been your star.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously she felt good about the trade to Chicago. You know, we've talked plenty about Chicago. But just real quick, back to those.
I want to bang my head against this microphone.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. The number 9 overall pick in the 2025 draft, Sarah Ashley Barker, was a good pick.
Yes.
Was a good pick by them.
And she's gone.
And she's gone because they had a glut of too many players that it would be even more embarrassing if they let them go unprotected in the last year's expansion draft. There really wasn't a better player. I liked that pick. So, you know, props to the scouting department for that pick.
Yeah.
The number 13 overall pick was Aaliyah Nye. That ended up going to Vegas. So they didn't end up taking that pick. But then the 2026 number 24 overall pick that they got in this trade as well, the KP trade, turned into Chance Gray, a player that's currently on the team. Maybe of all the players that I named outside of Cam, who they drafted normally, she's still on the team. And we'll probably talk I can talk about Chance Gray for a minute or two. She's a good player. And then the other trade that they made was they traded Lexi Brown and the 2025 number 26 overall pick for number 21 and a 2027 second, which remains to be seen. A 2027 second from Seattle.
Good.
It's not bad. It's a good pick. And you moved up and you drafted Sanaya Fagan, who had, you know, plenty of accolades from Dawn. I remember Dawn on the FaceTime, how excited she was that Sanaya ends up in LA. Sanaya barely ever plays, if at all, and no longer is on the team. And then you have this year where you trade Rakia for Ariel Atkins and you trade KP for Mo and picks.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. Over the last year, they've been somewhat active in the trade market, but they have nothing to show for it. It's like all gone. It's just like poof, fizzled into nothing, which is crazy when you think about they could have had Dom. They could have had Paige if the lottery went well. They could have had Awa if they didn't trade that pick. These are future WNBA stars.
Yeah.
That now you're looking at your roster and it's...
Well, I think Rakia and Cam
were
future stars.
Yes, yeah.
They had the young players. It's like and I don't know if this is the coach. The coach changed. I don't know if it's the front office, but they just
fired their general
the GM,
manager.
So hopefully you see change. But it's like they have these opportunities to get these good picks and get these good young players, and they're throwing them out for older players.
Right. Throwing them out for win now players in games that they don't win.
Yeah.
Well, as it stands right now, when we look at Tankathon, when we look at the draft odds, right now, LA has...
I mean, they're in 9th right now. So it's actually not that bad.
LA has 4.5% odds to get the first overall pick.
Yeah.
5.7% odds to get the second overall pick. But 83% likelihood that they're the 6th overall pick in this year's draft.
Okay.
And I don't know this class, but you don't really have... Well, I should look too. With Phoenix's pick, they add a couple percentage points because Phoenix is right below them right now, but Phoenix is going to be moving up. So, well, they'll still be a lottery team. But either way, it's like, okay, you've got 8% odds to get Juju, and that would be like the cure-all, obviously, because of especially how LA loves her. You're not going to get Juju. So you better hope that you can find a way to retool. I think they really need to look inward Monica Komakani gives you a young player on a good contract that you can build your guards up. Her and Ariel Atkins be a backcourt that works? And then you have your bigs and your forwards. And I still don't know if they fit together.
I truly don't know what they do. Like, I don't think they have trade pieces at this point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they do. They have picks.
Sure.
And they could trade them again. They're not afraid of doing that. Well, who knows? They have a new GM.
Yeah.
Well, they will have a new GM.
Yeah. I'm excited to see a new GM.
Mm-hmm.
On the court,
it feels like at times your best player is Ray Burrell, who is on a minimum contract.
Yeah, I mean, she brings the most energy, I think, to the floor. Mm-hmm. She is having a very good year. Her scoring is up. Her rebounds are up. Her assists are up. I mean, she's having a great year. She's been starting with Kelsey Plum out.
Yep.
So, hey, Ray's a potential trade piece.
Not anymore, because you could have traded her this year, but she's on expiring. She's a restricted free agent. I would kind of hope that she gets an offer with this team, but I also kind of feel like she doesn't have room to grow here because she's also a bigger guard wing type. She's one of the handful of players that's listed G/F because she's 6'2" or whatever, but she's a guard to me.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room for her to operate. I personally was hoping that she was one of the players that was moved. Obviously, you listen to the trade deadline pod that we just did. I thought there was a chance that they moved on from her. They did not. She's a good player. They have her rights. We'll see what they do in the offseason.
No, I think she's a good player. I think they appreciate her. She's grown and grown and grown on this team.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you had to guess, Nneka, De'Arica, Cam, do you think all three of these players are still there next year?
They shouldn't be.
Do you think the starting lineup is Monica Komakani, Ariel Atkins, Cam, Nneka, and De'Arica? You think that's the starting five with Ray coming off the bench?
That's not what they're doing now. No.
Yeah, because because Kelsey was hurt. But
Cam's
I think you're
not starting.
That's true. Yeah. I just assume that she is.
No.
I know. But you'd think that in year whatever it is, 4 for her.
I think with the new GM, I think, no, this will not be the starting lineup next year. Mm-hmm. I think no.
I think if I'm them, I try to do my best to see if I can trade De'Arica. And people might not want to hear that, but I think that's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah. De'Arica, she's 32. She is scoring less than last year. Mm-hmm. She's rebounding less than last year. She's assisting less than last year. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Like, I just feel like one of the big issues on the team is the defense. And I just feel like De'Arica struggles with that at times.
Yeah.
There's like, frankly, just, many plays where I'm like, wish she fought more to get a rebound. She averages 7 rebounds. That's really not bad, but it is down. She used to average 9.
I mean, you got Nneka right there. That makes it harder.
Yeah, but Nneka's shooting threes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Nneka is shooting threes. This team is bottom 2 in rebounding in the league.
Yeah, they're really not good at rebounding.
No. Well, considering how many bigs they have, you'd think they'd be pretty okay at that.
Well, that was a situation with Seattle last year where, hey, that's where Nneka was as well. Not putting that on Nneka.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Nneka is averaging 9 rebounds.
Yeah, she's the best player on the team. Nneka is the best player on the team. Yeah. She's the all-star.
And there was also there's just one play that sticks out in my mind in the game against Portland, where that game was just like a huge mess to begin with anyway. Like, everyone's like punching each other in the face. All the Portland players are like on the ground. Their faces are swelling up.
Poor Emily Engstler. Yeah. Jeez. Massive swollen cheek.
And the Sparks coach was like, this is how we want to play. I'm like, okay.
Okay, Lynn, you do you.
But there was one play where De'Erica was getting the ball passed to her, and she just like has her arms up and she's not looking at the ball. So it hits her hand, but there's 3 defenders around her and they just swat it out of her hands and it's a turnover and they go on to score. It's like, I just don't know. Like, I just feel like she struggles in that sense of handling the ball, defending the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so does Cam. Cam struggles with that. She
Yes.
fouls a lot.
Yep. Yeah, I like
their guards are not particularly. I mean, Wheels is a great defender.
always love Wheels. Always love Wheels.
Yeah.
Always giving it her all. Feels like more of a depth piece than a starting piece, but she's been filling in for this team. And then you kind of look down the roster after that, after the starting 5 of De'Erica and NECA, Ray, Ariel, and Wheels. Jiyun Park, cool story there for sure. Not too many Korean players in the league, so it's cool to see one making a team. And playing well, especially in this game. She had 12, 2, 4, 1. She's all over the stat sheet against the Fire the other night. Cam, coming off the bench, as you said. Chance Gray, who I mentioned, that they drafted in this past year. She's a pretty decent shooter. She's shown some really good range, like deep 3 range. I think that's a player that you should not prioritize, but like keep in mind that like this could be a quality depth piece on a team where you need shooting. And then you look, those were the 8 players that played yesterday against Portland.
Yeah.
And then you have Emma Cannon, who I can't remember the last time I saw Emma Cannon on the court. Kate, who you signed off of a development contract, who after you signed her to a regular contract,
she played a lot in the.
I feel like she hasn't played,
and she has not played lately.
And Kiana Williams, who you got from Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't really have depth.
Yeah. And now Monica Komakani comes in.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know it's somber on the Sparks, but I just think they need to find a way to retool and break up some money, get some like middle class depth.
Yeah.
In terms of salaries, and look forward to hopefully hitting on these picks. If it's number 6 and number 7, or if it's number 2 and number 7, or 2 and number 6, then maybe you have what you need to retool. But it's
probably
clunky.
going to be a while.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Kelsey leaving, your big name free agent leaving, like, this is LA. They should be able to attract free agents.
You would think.
I don't know if they will be able to.
We'll find out. Okay, that was a lot on the Sparks. Let's talk about the Mystics, who a little more fun, a little more exciting.
We'll be keeping our eye more on the Mystics, I feel.
Absolutely. I think it's unavoidable, considering that they find themselves right now 7th in the standings.
Yep.
They're winning games. They're winning games, going to the locker room, and then Coach Sidney Johnson's coming in, and if he's not giving the team energy, they boo him out of the room to make him come back in with more energy. He is the young dad energy. They kind of call him like their father. It's very weird, but kind of endearing to me.
They're so young.
In my opinion, they are a really young team, but they are starting to click, and they have a lot of positive momentum in their corner for what they're working with. I think it's easier to just talk about the product on the floor, because I thought they were going to make a move at the deadline. They did not. They said, we like what we've got, and let's do it. So how do you feel like they've met your expectations or exceeded your expectations this year? Because how we thought going into the season, you don't have enough shooting, you don't have a lot of guards.
Which I think is still true.
But they're figuring it out.
I would say they're exceeding my expectations in terms of being 7th place right now. I don't know like if the Mercury were to beat them into the playoffs here, I think the Mercury would still have a lot of potential to win some series and maybe get back to the finals.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix could do that. I don't think the Mystics are doing that. I don't think when push comes to shove and you need to be scoring the basket a lot in the playoffs, when they really struggle to shoot threes, like really, I don't think that they, I don't think their ceiling is that high right now, just because they are just struggling to shoot threes.
Yeah.
But other than that, which we knew would be a problem, I do think they are exceeding my expectations. Shakira is having an incredible year.
Great year for Shakira.
Season high year and everything, basically.
Yep.
Kiki's playing amazing. I need her to get one more rebound a game and start averaging a double-double here. But she's been playing great. Sonia is like super clutch lately. And like you always can depend on Sonia.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a very exciting young team that is so dominant in the paint.
Yeah.
Like,
yep. That's how they get their bread and butter.
Exactly. They can defend that rim, I think, better than any other team. With Kiki, Shakira, and Lauren Betts, who has been great in that sense.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. A top 3 defense, legit. Their defensive rating team, really good. They do struggle. Their field goal percentage is low. They're last in 3-point percentage. They get to the line a ton. Number 1 in free throws attempted. However, bottom 2 in free throw percentage, which I think is partially the age that everybody's at. I think in general, a player's free throw percentage tends to creep up as they get, later in their career. However, it's also a product of the severe lack of guards that this team has, because typically guards, being better shooters, are better from the line. And when it's a bunch of non-guards going to the line, your percentage is going to struggle. And it's what, 74% or something like that. It's not awful. Connecticut is under 70. It's not under 70. So that's at least a good thing for Washington. But if they ticked up on that free throw percentage a little bit, then they would be a little extra scary, because you're right. Shakira's been great. Shakira's been amazing. Kiki has been great in year 2. And I was worried because I thought her style was going to get a little cramped when they brought Shakira back on that max contract. And they drafted Lauren Betts. It didn't look like it was all going to work for me, but there are nights where it really does work. I want to talk about Sonia, because Sonia, easily one of my favorite players in the league. Her 2-point scoring has been better this year. Her percentage is up. Her overall field goal percentage is down. Her 3-point percentage is way down. She shot 44.5% on threes last year on the same number of attempts, and she's shooting 27% this year. So that is pretty critical as to why this team is struggling to score as often, because if Sonia scored another 3 per game.
But I don't even hate that. Sonia is doing so much that I'm not truly that upset about it. I really hope it can go back up. I hope Unrivaled didn't break her. I don't know. But she brings so much value defensively. I think she brings so much value in general that I am not too upset about it. Truly, the players that I would be upset with is Georgia Amore.
Why was that?
Because she shoots 28% from 3. And I think she should be your primary 3-point scorer.
Yeah, I can understand that. She's not the scorer that I thought she was going to be.
She makes like 1 3 a game.
She had her injuries. Let's see. In the month of July, how did she shoot from 3? Shoot 30%.
I mean, that's not awful.
It's pretty. That's not good for a lead guard on a team
that lacks guards, like you need to be a really high scoring guard. Yeah. So that's where I see a big struggle.
Yeah. And why I thought they were going to make a move that they ultimately did not. I'm just curious if Sonia's 3-point percentage has ticked up. Oh God. 22% in the month of July. Ugh. So it's actually her worst month from
But I
deep.
don't even notice that.
No, it doesn't come across as so bad. Even in the game that they just won the other night, she was like 4 of 20 or something like that. What was it? And what was it? And you didn't come across.
No.
I was like, oh my God, she missed that many shots, but she's getting to the line.
It's maybe just because you're just watching Shakira the whole game.
Yeah.
Because truly Shakira has been playing amazing. I have another observation where they played the Wings.
And they beat the Wings.
And they beat the Wings this week. And we watched this game after the fact, so we knew they were going to win. So I was particularly paying attention to how do they win this game? Because this is a huge game for them to win. The Wings are very high up, So the game was tied with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And I'm like, how do they win this game? And I was very interested in
You mean Paige doesn't bring it home?
Well, I don't know. I'm just wondering, how do they win this? And so I basically wrote down every single thing that led to scoring in this game.
Okay.
And the Mystics, they probably had possession of the ball in these last 2 minutes and 30 seconds in 2 minutes of it. They got so many rebounds in this time. They forced like sloppy turnovers from the Wings. They forced jump balls, which they are going to win.
Yep.
They had possession so long in these last 2 minutes of this game. And that just led to them getting fouled. They get fouled so much. They draw the foul so much. And then they really just won from shooting free throws.
Yeah. Sonia is the free throw leader in the clutch, in the entire league.
She's clutch.
She's the one getting to the line under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
More than any player.
I believe that. Well, Shakira was doing it in this game. Shakira and Kiki.
Yeah. Sonia too.
Yeah. And like the Wings, they scored probably 2 baskets that were like real shots that they made. And then, they shoot a quick shot and then it's back over where the Mystics are like fighting for this ball constantly at the end of this game. And I was just very impressed by that. Like any way that they could keep possession of the ball, they are doing it.
Yeah. I was really impressed at the close of this game. There was an excellent play when Dallas had possession and Paige was across half court and Washington sent 2 right at her, blitzed her really hard, and it forced a very huge turnover that they were able to lead to a 3 that put them ahead. And then you said it, like Michaela Onyenwere gets a huge O board when the game was tied with 90 seconds to go. She's been a huge hustle player for this team and a player that I think all of the entire roster respects a lot because, as a UCLA assistant coach and just as a veteran presence in general, even though she's still 26, I think that really showed what the defensive capabilities are when you can keep a team like Dallas that is so offensively potent down in the end of that game and force them to turn the ball over in your favor and generate a win for you. I think, honestly, them beating Dallas was proof enough to me that I don't think Phoenix is going to be able to make the playoffs. I know it's completely unrelated, but I think Washington is going to win a few more good games that we wouldn't have said would be the case in the first half of the season. I think they're just going to find a way.
I feel like they're just going to win the battle at the rim, which is where Phoenix lacks.
I mean, I think Phoenix could certainly beat them 3 times, but I could see a world where Washington just win. Like, it's completely in Washington's hands. Washington has to fold for Phoenix to be able to come back.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that. I think they're stable enough that I don't think they're going to fold.
Sure.
And they've had some real clunkers this year. like sub 50 point scoring nights when their offense is completely gone.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that's just, I just don't think that's going to be the case. Well, Kristen said it. We're going to be keeping an eye on Washington. So we're going to be talking about them plenty throughout the backstretch here of the season. But this one's already over an hour, so let's start to button it up. That's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Thank you so much for listening. Again, if you'd like to send us an email, you can do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. You can connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. If you'd be so kind as to leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show, that would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to YouTube, and of course, tell your friends and family to check out the show. Kristen, we're going to be watching Phoenix next week, and I believe we're going to be watching Toronto as well to see how Anissa Morrow is fitting into things.
Yes, would love to do that. I'm hoping Marina is okay and is playing.
Would be ideal. We have the rights to pivot away from that. We'll see.
I want to see how Anissa does.
Yeah. So look forward to that. And as you're listening to this, tomorrow we're going to be recording a pod with a friend of the pod, Travis.
New friend
Who not new to us, new to the pod. He hasn't ever been on the pod. He's a big Valkyries fan. He's not coming on to talk about the Valkyries. Instead, he will be joining us to talk about the inaugural weekend of the WPBL, where he was boots on the ground in Springfield, Illinois, to watch 2 days worth of baseball. Kristen and I had a chance to check out a little bit of it. He was there for the whole day. So we're going to hear his reports. He's going to get all of us excited about the start of the WPBL, which is the Women's Professional Baseball League, if you don't know for sure. And I'm really excited to talk to him because he didn't think he was going to have a lot to talk about before he went. And then he went and he said, guys, I have so much to talk about on the pod. So looking forward to that tomorrow.
Yeah, so excited.
Anyway, again, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you again for listening. Kristen, I'm staring at the baseline. As always, what are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the Baseline. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll be back soon to talk about baseball and those Phoenix Mercury.